So the next question is, when sorry doesn't
Matter anymore.
matter anymore.
So that's another way to know.
I guess it's not a question, but
Well, yeah, not a question, but another way to know if your marriage is dysfunctional is when sorry doesn't matter anymore. You want to expound on that? Or?
when I believe that is when when you can noticeably see that your spouse is either hurting or in pain of something that was said or something that was done, and you are so cold and numb to the fact that apology would just fix it. Even if you feel like you shouldn't apologize, just that apology may turn the very attitude or hurt to something of joys and forgiveness. So when you are cold and numb to apology or to say you're sorry, that's when you know that your marriage is dysfunctional. You should always be apologetic.
Apologetic.
There you go.
I got it right.
Apologetic. There you go. To each other. Even if you feel like you didn't do anything wrong, but just that word sorry brings some clarity, some closure, and some healing to the situation.
And a lot of times in marriage, what makes it dysfunctional is humility. It lacks humility. Someone has to humble. Someone has to see it. Sometimes we're so blinded to how we feel and how we are that we can't see that we are the problem. And so when sorry doesn't matter anymore, it means that you already have settled in your heart that it can't be fixed. And you have to first settle that it can be fixed and that it is endless possibilities with this sorry, and you have to know that this sorry matters. That this sorry will eradicate things. A lot of times people don't want just sorry. They want sorry, they want apology, then they want a declaration, then they want all these different things, but sometimes the sorry, it heals the situation. And just saying the words, I'm wrong, I'm sorry.
So let me ask you this question.
Okay.
Are men always the first to apologize and say
No.
sorry?
I don't think, in me, I'm not saying men, I'm not normal to do, but I like to say sorry. Even if I'm not wrong, because I know the power. I know how it makes me feel when you say sorry or someone else says sorry. But as for a man, I think it's just 50-50. It depends on the person, the personality of the person. Because a lot of people just really feel they're not wrong. No matter what it is, they don't see that. And you have to see that you're wrong. And then you have to see that love, for me, I see that my love for you is stronger than my pride. I want us to be right. So it's like, even if I feel like I'm right, and I know that you may struggle or I may struggle with that apology sometimes, the love is, I don't want to be walking around with us bitter and mad. So it's like, hey, I'm sorry. And that may open the door to help you say sorry if I feel like you need to say sorry. But the point is, that's important that we humble ourselves.
So I'm going to ask you, fight for lovers. Are men always the first to say, I'm sorry? Come on, be honest. Be honest. Or are you the first to say, I'm sorry? Or does sorry matter in your relationship?
It should matter. And for me, in my relationship, I love my wife. So it's like, humble myself.
I'm going to be honest. You be the first to say sorry.
Yeah, I do, but
back then,
yeah.
Back then.
But the point is that after a while, it doesn't even matter who says it first, as long as we get to the point we need to get to.
Right.
Because then that'd be another argument. You didn't say sorry quick enough. No, then that's another argument because I need you to say it faster. It doesn't matter as long as we get to where we got to get. And our goal is to be one and be together. You know what I'm saying? So you gotta, if that sorry is not mattering, you need to question yourself. Now again, we're not saying things to say you're dysfunctional, leave your husband and your wife. No, we're saying you're dysfunctional, now fix it. Not leave. But this is about staying. So you have to deal with that. And that's when you need real people that are real to counsel and be there with you, not just not just to, some people make a professional business out of your problems. They want to keep you in the bind, and then secondly too, with a lot of things, with a lot of women and men, we've been raised by parents that were single, that did not show and demonstrate a loving relationship before us. So that hindered our perception of marriage. I know for me and and my wife, because you didn't see your parents married. You didn't see them with their husband or their wife. So a lot of things you pick up from pop culture, or just your friends that are just as ignorant as can be with that, because their parents were the same way. But,
or I would say, you know, we didn't see our parents working together like that.
Or in love.
You either saw, or not in love, because you either saw the bad or you saw the good. You didn't see the inner workings in between of that. You either saw love and you're like, okay, that was your example, but then you didn't understand, you know, how to get to that point, or you saw bad and you didn't understand how to fix it. You know what I'm saying? You never saw the inner workings of the in-between of that. Like, how do we get to love? How do we fix a problem? You just saw the smoochy face. Yeah, you saw either smoochy face or you saw an argument. You know what I'm saying? So I think that is important for us to understand.
Yeah, so it's interesting being in the park. Everybody's looking like, what are you talking about? But nevertheless, so that's very important. Make your sorry matter. Make it matter. Make sure it matters. You know, we've been married for 10 years, and there's been some blowouts, there's been some build-ups, there's been some makeup. But most of all, I'm happy that the sorry still matters. I make mistakes all the time. You know, I'm high-headed sometimes, or you know. And just a disclaimer: I never physically abused my wife or anything like that, because I know some people psychoanalyze my videos and say, "Yeah, now I get an insight." No. We're talking about general things. Some things are specific, but some things wouldn't come down to abuse. We never have been abusive to each other, so that wasn't our thing. But we know for many that we see, you know, it's been that type of situation, and so we wanted to bring that out in this to positively help people. And if we were in a situation when that was, we would tell the truth, because that's just what we are. We're not ashamed or condemned by anything, because God is a great deliverer, and He loves us no matter what. And you should love yourself because God loves you. What's the next question? It's when there's no balance. That's another way to know that your marriage is dysfunctional, because there's no balance. And my wife can be expert. She taught me this. So, what do you mean by that? What do you say?
When we say there's no balance in raising the children. All the responsibility is put on one person, whether it's taking care of bills, working, household duties and chores, feeling like, you know, one is doing more than the other, or, you know, that's your thing and that's your thing, that's what you're supposed to be doing. But no, that's an imbalance, because we are supposed to be working together. That's especially important when you're building a foundation. So one another knows, you know, what's going on. I should not be the only one knowing where the kids' birth certificates, social security cards, important paperwork. And I'm not saying that that's the case or whatever, but I'm just giving an example. And then the male feeling like, you know, I bring home the bacon, it's your job to cook it.
I mean, and then for us too, it's balanced because of, you know, we own a lot of businesses, we have a ministry, we are pastors, for those that don't know, and it just becomes challenging, because all the stuff we do requires people, from the film company to the cleaning business to restaurants we have owned, and you can get consumed in that daily activity, as I have been sometimes, and you just be like, oh, I'm paying them bills, I'm making sure my family taken care of, but my kids need me, my wife needs me. I need to be home at a certain time. Sometimes I can't, you know, because my schedule sometimes, you know, I'm leaving out 5 in the morning. I'm coming back at, you know, late at night, you know, and then it's not like I'm in the bars. But to me, I was feeling like, oh, okay, I'm working, you know what I'm saying? I'm taking care of my business, so I'm good. But really, you know, the balance is saying no to some jobs. That's what I had to do, and not taking every project, and not starting every business that comes in my mind, and not investing my money in everything, because we need to vacate, we need to buy a new house, we need to, you know, just do things that are necessary to the health of our marriage. And that balance should not be like a seesaw. You know, it may tilt a little bit, but you shouldn't go all the way down, and then in order, when hell hits, you want to bring it back up to balance. It has to be like, we have to be respectful of what our family needs, and say, because sometimes even being with people, with me, people don't care about your family. They just want you to be there for them. They want you to make that money for them. They want you to be the preacher for them. But they don't care if your marriage is hurting or your kids are suffering. And my priority had to change.
You definitely don't get married to be alone.
Yes.
So, you know, you have to have that balance to make sure that even when, again, we may play different roles or we may have different responsibilities, but, you know, at the end of the day, are we balancing out by coming together and making sure that, like, we have us time. You know what I'm saying? So that is an important factor to balance out. You know, and like I said, balance to me is, all right, you know, having that understanding that we're both working together, that our like you said with the seesaw, that our foundation is equal. Like, you know, my cement isn't lower than yours when we're building a foundation. Like, you done poured all your cement in, you done leveled it out, and I'm still trying.
And I would say that's why it's important to make your spouse. Sorry, I would say that's why it's important to make your spouse a part of what you're building. You know, a lot of times people, you know, they separate that. But you know, my wife works on the films with us, and she does the design, and she acts sometimes within that. And my kids have been a part of it, and I mean, it kind of eliminates a problem of saying, hey, I'm out, or I'm here. It's like we work together. And on Sundays when we are in ministry, we work together. And I mean, I found that to be such a joy, because now you know where you at. You never ain't fighting nobody, because we together and we working together. And there's times where we not together, but we